Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, friends. We are Al-Maun. Who are we? What do we do? What are our aims and objectives? What are our projects? How do we work? How are we different? This is what we are going to talk briefly now. First of all, who are we? So basically, we are a handful of volunteers trying to make a difference. At the moment, for the past 2 years, what we do is that we collect our savings and put them in envelopes and then take this as a small income support to some poor villagers in a far-flung village of a KPK province, Pakistan. And we started with one person giving to 13 poor families to now in 2 years, 15 donors helping 47 needy families. And as I've said, we have limited number of donors, um, and who are just, so we are basically some close friends and family, and we are putting our funds together to help these families, and we've been doing this all very secretly. But now we think we need more sincere people like yourselves to come on board so we can extend this charitable work that we are doing. And earlier this year, Al-Maun has been registered as a non-profit organization in the UK, and we are planning to register it as a charity as well. So how do we work? So what we do is that first thing is that we have contacts with this one village that we are working. We know the people, we've been visiting them regularly. So we assess the situation of these people personally. So it's not that we just meet a poor person on the street and we help them. No, we know their situation. We've been to their homes. We know through the villages how poor each family that we are helping is. So first we assess their financial situation by visiting their homes in the village, and we also provide them the moral support. So we are there with them all along, every step of the way. These are some of the pictures that you can see. These are mostly they're widows and orphans that we support, or old people. And as you can see, their monthly stipends are put in named envelopes, and our volunteers go and deliver them by. Again, you can see the state of their homes. We visited, we've seen them and their living situations. And we keep photographic evidence of these donations for our donors. Some of them who are most of the donors are in the UK, and our volunteers work on ground in Pakistan. And these pictures are shared with the donors, but we keep it secret. We do not publicize it or post it on social media to get any publicity. We've been doing this very secretly for the past 2 years. Just the pictures are shown to the donors to show them that their money has been handed over to the poor people. So these are some other things. Buying clothes on Eid for the poor orphan children, sending carts of clothes from Pakistan for these poor people. I'll talk about our aims and objectives very briefly. So basically, our main aim is to get registered as a charity so we can generate more funds, because with our meager savings and donations, we are not able to do what we really want to do for these people. Again, so we don't want to just give them regular income support, which we've been doing for the past 2 years, just to keep them afloat, just to make sure they don't go hungry. but we really want to empower them. We don't want them to be dependent on our little stipend that we give them. We want to have more funds so we can empower them, give them the proper education and training and some business opportunities so they can generate their own income and have this dignity and self-reliance so they can support their families themselves. Okay. And again, we want to use this village in Pakistan as a pilot project and then later apply the same strategy to various other villages to bring people out of poverty by making them self-reliant. So this is something we really want to do. And also we want to uplift the living conditions, make them happier, have those opportunities where they can really grow. And this is what we want to work on. So then briefly some of our projects. One is empowerment project for widows. So again, education, training and small business opportunities. And locally in Leicester, we also want to work in collaboration with charities for the homeless and also old people in Leicester, where we can visit the old homes, read to those people who feel upset or sad. So again, cheering them up, listening to them, and again with the homeless people, maybe help with the food banks, generating food and other funds. So these are the things which we are planning to do in the future if we have funds. And then every child matters. Again, for the poor orphans, we want to provide them education and confidence building projects. These are the things we need to do. Again, one of the project is education and awareness project for fundraising and public awareness about social and environmental issues. Again, most of our volunteers, quite a few of them are teachers, and we planning to do this, visit schools here and in Pakistan, other educational institutes, and inform the kids and bring them on board as volunteers. So we have a bigger pool of volunteers, and we also spread awareness about these social and environmental issues. Then one of the things is wedding funds for orphan girls. We do send cargo and other clothes, so we want to generate more monies to help these poor widows, have financial support to marry off their daughters. Again, emergency medical support fund, self-explanatory. How are we different? So naturally, there are so many good charities doing their jobs all over the world. How are we different? In one way is that we don't have any fees or admin costs. So every penny you pay us will be given to those people. Um, in our case, basically our admin covers all the deficits. So we never have enough funds from the donors, but we have a bigger number of poor people, and we just try to stretch as much as we can and pay out of pocket to meet their needs. So our charity is not, we are not a charity so far, but like we're working as a charity and we are helping ourselves paying out of pocket. So this is one thing. Another thing is that though we believe in helping as much as we can and stretch ourselves, but we are trying to focus on one particular village at a time. And we don't want to give them one-off help, but we want to grow with them, give them this persistent support. So we help them reach a place where they're sufficient. And this is our aim, to be there at every step of the way for those people. A few case studies. You can see these are the people we've been regularly helping. Um, and each and everyone has a heart-wrenching story to tell. I don't have time to cover it all, but we can do talk about them in future. This is, one orphan child living with 6, 7 siblings and a widowed mother. Another family, these children are visually impaired and look at the state of their house. Another little girl who is bedridden, some bone disease. She's 7 years old, very lively and bubbly. Again, this is a poor laborer who is the only breadwinner, fell and broke. Another extremely poor family, 7 or 8 siblings, mother dead, father, and yet another poor man who's ill and supporting his. Then these are the widows. It's another family's husband just died of heart attack, and look at this mud house and the 6 or 7 children. These all are widows. Some are widowed mums with widowed daughters and about 12, 13 kids to feed. Look at their homes. Then we have old and destitute couples and spinsters, like these here, and they have nobody to support them. So the little meek funds we give them means a lot to them. Then some of the other projects we collected money for example, helping with a collapsed roof. So this lady finally got a mud wall broke, and then she was able to make a room with the then one of medical support. So we paid £100 each month for this man for his medical assistance. But then we provide jackets and for the poor children, orphans. So this is jackets and shoes. So now we are looking for like-minded people to come forward, and we could get monthly donations or one-off big funds to kickstart other projects. This is just an example of our Excel sheet. So on the right side, you can see all the recipients, and then on the left side, you can see a few donors. These are our banks. This is our website, and we have a WhatsApp number, and we have our Facebook closed group and a Facebook page for further information. Thanks for being with us. And if you have any questions, you can always ask on our website or on the provided number. Assalamu alaikum.